I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
I went 11 years without a significant pay increase as the price of everything went up.
Doc Killian's a Ford worker in Michigan who went on strike 2 weeks ago when the first 3 plants were shut down. The union's leader may be about to expand that again.
UAW President Shawn Fain expected to announce the plans today after expanding the strike to 38 parts distribution facilities last week. These contracts with the GM, Stellantis, and Ford, they did expire on September 14th.
Fox Business Network Cheryl Casoni. Congress has 40 hours left to work out some government funding. House Republican Michael McCall tells Fox they may consider a short-term budget.
And then we would have to get this through the Senate by Saturday, or the government does shut down.
Some conservatives oppose temporary funding, instead calling for a full budget and 12 bills with spending cuts the Senate opposes. Democratic Congressman Dean Phillip tells Fox if there's a shutdown, it hurts
hundreds of thousands of women and children who rely on support for food, our military not being paid.
There's news after the first House Republican hearing in their impeachment inquiry. Democrats call illegitimate.
The Oversight Committee is producing now an email from an email to an IRS official after the IRS was approached for comment about the Hunter Biden tax affairs case by CNN. Quote, producer has an email from Hunter saying he expected all of this, quote, stuff to go away when his dad becomes president. They have now subpoenaed Hunter and James Biden's personal bank records. So far, many accusations, but no proof President Biden ever personally profited from the family's business dealings, and none of the witnesses Republicans called have firsthand knowledge of the Biden family's dealings.
That's Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House in Tempe, Arizona. The president hit back at who he calls MAGA Republicans.
An extremist movement does not share the basic beliefs in our democracy.
America's listening to Fox News.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Shop the largest selection of Klein tools and get 5 times the bonus points. Plus, right now, buy a DeWalt Power Stack battery kit and get a select DeWalt Bear tool free, up to a $249 value. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid 9/18 through 9/29. Subject to change. DeWalt offer valid through 10/11.
There have been 2 bombings in Pakistan on a holiday marking the Islam prophet Muhammad's birthday. At least 5 people killed in the second blast outside a mosque where dozens of other people are reportedly trapped in rubble. The first explosion, perhaps a suicide bombing, killed at least 52 people and injured others. Now, in Peru, there's a man under arrest linked to more than 100 bomb threats in the U.S.
Eddie Manuel Nunez Santos is accused of making 150 bomb threats in all, some directed at Jewish institutions during the Rosh Hashanah holiday. The threats were directed at supposed targets in New York City, as well as in Alaska, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and Arizona. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York says all of the threats proved to be hoaxes, with 33-year-old Nunez Santos in some cases demanding minors send him sexually explicit photos or he would set off bombs. Nunez Santos is facing 2 felony charges of making threatening interstate communications and perpetrating a hoax. He's also facing counts of attempted sexual exploitation of a child and attempted receipt of child pornography. In New York, Matt Napolitano, Fox News.
Another fentanyl bust in New York City, blocks away from where a 1-year-old died of an overdose in a daycare where the drug was found. In the new bust,
the DEA seizing $1.5 million worth of the deadly drug, weighing about 40 pounds. DEA Special Agent in charge in New York, Frank Tarantino, says it's a pervasive problem.
Fentanyl is everywhere and everything.
Charged is 42-year-old Juan Gabriel Herrera Vargas, who, agents say, had been using the city's subway system to transport the fentanyl. In New York, Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks could rise like yesterday. Dow futures are up more than 100 points. In the NFL, they kicked off week 4 of the season last night. The Detroit Lions beat the Green Bay Packers 34-20. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. House Speaker Emmanuel Welch is pushing a bill that would allow his employees to unionize. Under the measure, legislative staffers within the state government will be allowed to collectively bargain through reps of their choosing. Proposal comes after a group of Welch's staffers clearing last year their intention to form a union in efforts to secure higher wages and better benefits. Federal jury is awarding a woman who claims she was sexually assaulted by a counselor incarcerated at a downstate prison more than $19 million. That woman filed a lawsuit against Logan Correctional Center in 2018. She claimed Richard McLeod began assaulting her in 2016 when she was assigned to a housing unit. Illinois Department of Natural Resources reminding the public that the use of drones for hunting not allowed in the state. Unlawful use of drones for hunting could result in enforcement action, including the seizure and forfeiture of unlawfully used equipment. The fall hunting season kicks off Sunday with the opening of archery, deer, and turkey seasons throughout the states. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Hey, good Friday morning. It is 7:06. Diane Ducey's in the house.
Good morning.
I am Stevie Jay. Greg Solier and our meteorologist, brought to you by Carl.
And Carl reminds you, it is Prostate Awareness Month. We're winding down on September, but if you have any health issues, you want to check the, symptoms, I suppose.
Or you get them tested.
Yes.
Do all the testing.
And if you're in the higher bracket, at carl.org.
Meteorologist Greg Solier, kind of duck soup out there, my friend. It was kind of...
Yeah, we had fog.
No, really. It was serious for about 3 miles. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. Hope you guys are the same. Yeah, pretty thick out there. Pea soup stuff in some areas. Hoist up and plug in the old foghorn if you are so inclined. Others beginning to kind of mix out the atmosphere, and here the next couple of hours that'll be a significant improvement. But it's that time of the year. Wet grounds, some low-level moisture, longer nights. That's kind of the soup to nuts how things play out this time of the year in these fog areas that extend up into southern Wisconsin and south and east all the way down past the Ohio. Out the door this morning, 56 cool degrees, but that's almost typical for a late September morning here in east central Illinois. 3/16 of a mile of visibility over at Willett and Savoy now. 54 at Rantoul, 1/8 of a mile viz there. 59 at Danville. They're at 1/8 of a mile on the run up towards Bloomington Normal. 50 and quarter mile visibility. Watch the usual low, cool, cold spots and rural areas here for the next hour or two. But thereafter, a mostly sunny later morning and afternoon. 77 play hooky degrees with a light northeast to north wind, clear tonight. There's some patchy fog, not quite the scope we think tomorrow morning that we have here this morning. A low down to 55 tomorrow. A little foggy due to start off the day. Then mostly sunny, warm. Kickoff 2:30 at West Lafayette. Both here and there. 80 in the afternoon with a light east breeze and comfortable humidity. Even a warmer Sunday at 83 and even warmer Monday, Tuesday up around 85 degrees. Could be a shower here Wednesday to Thursday. Then some cooler weather and a sprinkle on Friday. A brief cool off at that matter. But after Wednesday's high of 82, 75 more normal next Thursday, upper 60s next Friday, and another warm spell or two expected as we head through at least the first half of the month of October in a drier pattern as well. For CPT Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, my friend. Thank you. ESPN 93.5. It's Friday. Associate Professor of Political Science. He's at Tarleton State University, the great state of Texas, Dr. Nathaniel Cogley. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good morning, Stevie.
We talked to you. It's been a while, but I remember I saw your name. I said, he's good. I like that guy. All right, Stevensville, Texas. DOJ ordered Hunter Biden investigators to remove any reference to I'm sorry. It's laughable. Remove any reference to Joe Biden. Can't say big guy. Can't say anything like that. The government shutting down tomorrow. Should focus be on anything but maybe keeping things going? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, so this was, we heard back in May and June about an IRS whistleblower at the time known as Agent X. He gave a private testimony to the Ways and Means Committee around June, and then a public testimony came out as Joseph Ziegler in July. He followed up by making 5 affidavits with them from that point in time up until September. He's got basically 70 points in his affidavits with 70 pieces of corroborating evidence. That's just been made public, so that's what this latest round of news is. And yeah, one of the themes that comes up here is the Department of Justice and the district attorney, U.S. attorneys in Delaware, and Assistant U.S. Attorney Leslie Wolf constantly blocking his efforts to follow proper protocol, his efforts to find any connections that may be there, even to Joe Biden. And that one piece of evidence, she wants political figure one, which is Joe Biden, taken out of the warrant. So reading the 70-page affidavit, it's quite insightful. We always knew this smelled funny, but you get to see how Hunter Biden doesn't claim income. He claims loans that he doesn't pay back, and then he doesn't pay that money. And then every effort to investigate this is frustrated by the U.S. Attorney's Office in the District of Delaware.
Well, it'd be the same if they investigated Trump, because nothing ever comes out on him. So,
well, they're throwing the kitchen sink at him.
Here's the response that I just have from you, according to Karine Jean-Pierre. We should be talking about Trump. All this is right-wing conspiracy from the House, who never does anything. I don't know what to say. If nobody covers it, is it a story?
Well, this is definitely a story. I mean, it's not sure we have the personnel and the system in place to pursue this. But one interesting fact is the Democrats keep saying there's no evidence, and yet we see them actually blocking the evidence gathering process. I mean, warrants are there to gather evidence, and we see them removing Joe Biden from the warrants. So then they claim there's no evidence, and there is evidence, but
Well, it just seems like we politicized everything we have, and it just like it's one of my top 10 movies of all time, Apollo 13, where Ed Harris says, "What on this spacecraft is good?" I mean, what have we done here, Nathan? I don't know where to even go with this. If I think that I can't trust the DOJ, I can't trust the FBI, can't trust the CIA. If I have pertinent information about something bad against them, who do I take it to?
Well, Ziegler took it to the Ways and Means Committee. I mean, the one thing that has benefited from Republicans getting control of the House is the oversight component. We are seeing things come to light. They're certainly not in a position to drive the legislative process, but they certainly are bringing some transparency. So just making this affidavit public, the evidence public. But you're right if you're frustrated, Stevie. We have a federal government on autopilot that doesn't want to be told what to do, and certainly seems to be biased in how they prosecute or don't prosecute cases.
No, I know it's not equal justice under the law. I thought we're supposed to do that, right? It shouldn't be Republican, Democrat. It should be good, bad, right, wrong.
Yeah, it should be, but that's not really how the world operates. I mean, we've grown up in America where not every constitutional clause is followed and not every law is followed, and we don't necessarily have perfect justice under the law.
Okay. Where do we go from here? What do you see in the future, Nathaniel Cogley, on the Tab & Stowing phone line? We got an election next year. If we go 4 more years with this kind of policy, it's not going to be any good for us.
Yeah, I'm very nervous about 2024. There's a lot of chips on the table. Donald Trump has this amazing movement, this kind of pro-U.S. citizen agenda. He's the first president in a long time trying to reorient U.S. policy. And the entrenched powers that be in D.C., the elite bureaucrats and their contractors, are showing him that they run the town, And so if we don't have these bottom-up processes to control our government, then we have a top-down system. And so, yeah, I know which side I'm supporting personally, but, I don't know how this is going to play out. It certainly makes me nervous. It seems like a very big election.
Dr. Nathaniel Cogley, a pleasure, Associate Professor of Political Science, Tarleton State University, Stevensville, Texas. Thanks for your time. I enjoy having you on.
Thanks, Stevie.
Appreciate it. ESPN 93.5. It is 7:14. Sports headlines. Should I give you the Cub update?
Well, or should we get the Redbird Reach?
I'd say Cub.
Okay.
The Cubs are battling. They lost.
Half game back of Miami now?
Half game back, but the Miami-New York game was suspended, so that's inconclusive, although Miami's had 2-1 in the 9th. So if necessary, they got to resume that in New York City on Monday when the season's over.
Wow.
So they got to go back to New York, and play that 9th inning. Get everybody there on the plane, get all the bats and all
Are you kidding me?
They couldn't get it in because it was raining too hard last night.
Well, they're expecting 4 inches in New York City.
Well, they could not finish the game in the 9th inning. They suspended that game, so now it's a little in limbo depending on what happens on the weekend. Remember, the Cubs can't tie Miami. They win the tiebreaker against the Cubs, so you have to outright beat them. So Chicago has to go to Milwaukee today and win.
Right.
I mean, that's really the bottom line. The Miami Marlins have to go to Pittsburgh, which hasn't been easy. So we'll see what happens, but certainly if the Cubs sweep, then just make Miami go back to New York on Monday at least. But the Cubs have to win outright. They can't tie the Marlins. So I'd say it's not looking very good.
I see.
We'll see.
Well, Atlanta on top yesterday, 5-3. Cubs using Kyle Hendricks on the mound in that series that starts up in Milwaukee, and that's a 7-10 start
and Milwaukee,
on US 105.9.
Milwaukee's not close to Atlanta. You just hit the wrong team at the wrong time. Atlanta's a tremendous team. So that's too bad they had to play Atlanta in Atlanta and that they cared enough to try and win. Whatever.
So the Cardinals haven't been bottom of the barrel since 1918.
That's a new experience. Here we go.
With Matt Pauley, I'm John Rooney, and yesterday, under the roof at American Family Field in Milwaukee, the Brewers scored in the first, the third, tacked on another run later, and won 3-0 over Dakota Hudson and the Cardinals.
Yeah, for the Brewers, really, they were able to come up with some leadoff doubles and then driving in those runs. Dakota Hudson gave up some early hits and innings and then would lock in after that, but it was too little too late.
And Corbin Burns went 4 innings in his tune-up to open up the playoffs next Tuesday. And Julio Teheran came on to get the win over Hudson and a save for Small, a left-hander who just came back to their roster. Yet the Cardinals got 2 walks and had the tying run at the plate.
Yeah, we've talked about this Cardinals team all season long. Even in a season where they don't have a lot to play for, they don't give up. They come up with plays late, but yesterday they just weren't able to get the run across.
And the Cardinals dropped a 3-0 game back home tonight. The first of 3 with the Reds. Jake Woodford will be on the mound. We'll be on the air at 6:20. The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
So we had Chicago White Sox over Arizona 3-1 yesterday. They've got San Diego with a 6:40 start. We have Illinois and Purdue, 2:30 in West Lafayette.
Anybody know anything? Does anybody know anything? I don't know.
We want that Cannon Trophy.
Who's going to win the football game? Because I don't know. I just can't. I can't call it.
Beef House is going to be busy.
The what?
The Beef House.
Yeah, that's true. There's that. Weather brought to you by Urbana Park District.
And they remind you, Climate Action Week starts on Sunday, October 1st. It's Take Your Kid Outside Week. Fishing going on today. The Fresh Ting Hangout. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
We have a Stever for you today.
Good.
Stand by. I swear I give you money. Stand by. We'll give you details next.
Hello again, every punt. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Van Ham is Saturday, and another round of early to mid-morning areas of fog to contend with, and a dense fog advisory up and in effect across a good chunk of East Central Illinois till roughly 9 this morning. Probably be looking at some fog areas again tomorrow morning, and other than that, no weather issues at all heading into the weekend through the first half of next week. Late summer warmth will play out across the area. Signs of a cooler spell of weather ahead for late next week and into the following weekend. In the meantime, becoming mostly sunny after the bouts of early morning fog, locally dense in some spots. High temperature up near 77, a bit of a northeast to north wind. Clear tonight, patchy fog late, low down to 55. Some patchy fog early tomorrow, mostly sunny. Warm high temperatures here and over at West Lafayette are around 80 degrees and a light east wind. Sunny and warm for the day on Sunday. Highs at 83, middle 80s Monday and Tuesday. Chance for a shower next Wednesday and Thursday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
A tradition of excellence over 150 years in the making. At Busey Bank, we're committed to building relationships that span generations. Wherever your journey in life leads you, we are with you along the way, creating a legacy for you and your family. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Blue Apron is confirming that it will be sold to food delivery startup Wonder Group. The deal is for $13 a share, and it's valued at $103 million. Wonder's founder is Mark Laurie, who created Jet.com and Diapers.com, and is a former Walmart executive. Cryptocurrency prices are rising, with traders anticipating if there's a U.S. government shutdown, it will make Bitcoin and other digital assets more attractive to investors. The price of Bitcoin has topped $27,000. Nike is holding up better than expected. Wall Street was concerned the company would need to discount its inventory. Nike's earnings top forecast, though, and it sees sales improving, and Nike shares are higher. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network. Listen to the all-new Bret Baier podcast featuring Common Ground, talking to lawmakers weekly from opposite sides of the political spectrum about the issues of the day and how Americans can find common ground in a politicized world.
That's just not happening on Capitol Hill. It takes leadership, right?
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Along with all your Bret Baier favorites like the campaign, the candidates, the all-star panel, and much more. Available now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Let Max Twin City Recycling pay you for your junk metal items. As the weather begins to heat up, now is a great time to put cash in your pocket for the steel, copper, brass, and aluminum items you've been meaning to get rid of. We've recently added a large concrete pad to make unloading quicker and cleaner for our customers. Visit us on North Lincoln Avenue, just north of I-74, or at maxrecycling.com.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
Yeah, thank you. Chris called, said, turn your lights on. If it's on auto like mine are, you might forget, and you can't see squat at points around the area because of the fog.
So those low beams on so people can see you. There is a dense fog advisory until 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, it's all around us, so you know how to do it. Sometimes it goes really nice and then goes where to go. Really can go quickly too. So
Chris is a Unity gal. It's homecoming weekend for us. Zach Gadberry is the coach for Pontiac, and he was on Scott Hamilton's team. Scott Hamilton in his 22nd year as a Unity Rocket football coach. So that parade is at noon today in Tolono.
All righty. Well, we've got Illinois tomorrow 2:30, and again, it's usually I have a real read, like a feeling. Sometimes they're wrong, of course. I got nothing on the Illini. I just don't know. Remember last year we went up to Wisconsin after that former player for the Badgers, ripped us. That was motivating. And then we ended up winning like 34-10, and Paul Chryst lost his job, and the whole thing went upside down in Wisconsin. And that was, you just sense, after Indiana, I had a sense of the team. I said, this is a bowl team. We had a crummy loss to Indiana last year, but I just said, these guys are good. I don't have that this year. I just don't know. I think the problem is expectations. I've talked about this before. When you expect stuff, then in your head you're going, well, why did he gain yards on that? That wouldn't happen last year. He was wide open. That wouldn't happen last year. I mean, it's that. Mm-hmm. And so our expectations are lofty. And so when you expect a team to get creamed at the line of scrimmage with no gain because I got the law firm, it just... So then you've got that, and you didn't have that last year. Right. That's a huge change.
That's right.
We're 2-2. We lost to our undefeated Kansas team. They got to go to Texas. That'll be their barometer. How good are you, Kansas?
Yeah.
You play at Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, because Texas pounded Alabama.
Yeah.
So I don't think Kansas is going to be competitive in this game. I don't, but who knows? Maybe Kansas is that good. And then we lost to Penn State, who I think is real good. Best Penn State team I've seen in a while. So, I mean, we've had 2 losses, and our wins haven't been impressive. That's been a problem, too. Oh, we should have creamed at Toledo. Toledo hasn't lost either. So, and Florida Atlantic was Florida Atlantic. I mean, we gave up a touchdown at the end. It would look better, 30-17, had we scored that anyway. So we'll see. I guess we'll see. If we beat Purdue tomorrow, because then you got a home game, Nebraska, and you're thinking you're probably going to be favored to win that game home.
That'll be Friday night, October 6th. So that'll have a different feel to it.
So anyway, if you've got an inkling, I don't. I have no idea. Purdue can move the football. Hudson Card. In fact, I got a Brett Bielema clip about their quarterback because he's a Texas kid. He transferred. So what about Hudson Card? And they've got some receivers that look a little like Isaiah Williams. So they can move the football. Defensively, they're not very good, but I can't make mistakes. If I don't make mistakes, I can score on them. So what about Hudson Card, Coach?
Well, Hudson is like you mentioned, a very good athlete. He creates, I think the thing that, a quarterback has 3 basic concepts he's got to be able to do. He's got to be able to throw the ball and be accurate with what he's doing. He's got to be able to create and make plays that are called. But the biggest advantage a quarterback can do is create plays that aren't there, right? And because the way he can run and maybe some read option games in certain areas of the field, he brings a dynamic that is allows you to offensively as a play caller do things, and on the flip side, defensively, you always have to account for him. So, yeah, without a doubt, I think the first 2 guys, in particular, Toledo, that quarterback presented a whole new set of issues on his athletic ability and the speed. Like I was talking, with their coach afterwards, and he was clocked at over 22 miles per hour in GPS, which is literally like spoon speed for us, right? Like that shows where he was at a year ago. So every quarterback presents new challenges. I think Hudson is a tremendous competitor. You can see he runs the offense. I know Graham calls the offense through the quarterback's point of view. It's what he's done his entire career, and that's obviously what we'll see on Saturday.
Okay, and you got, former defensive coordinator, Ryan something.
Walters.
Yeah, that's right. and then everybody knows everybody, and I'm sure they've been very focused at Illinois. Some competitive offensive line work during practice. Apparently, there's an offensive lineman that's trying to get qualified here in the next few weeks. He's only 6'5", 345 pounds, so maybe he can help. Okay, that's that. We've got a Stever.
Yes.
It's from Pard's Western Shop in Urbana. Who doesn't like going into Pard's with that facade that looks like Matt Dillon was around and Gunsmoke, man.
Yeah, it has a Western feel to it. Of course, it's Pard's Western Shop.
It's an awesome place. You walk in, smell leather. They've got the best boots you'll ever find in your life. Why wouldn't you support a local business like that?
And they're located at 306 North Maple, right off of University.
Or Main. You can go either direction.
Mm-hmm.
Turn on Maple off of Main, turn on Maple. It just got blocked by development. You used to be able to see it like nothing else from University.
Yeah.
But then they put car washes or kind of block the look.
MTD Bus Barn is in that neighborhood.
Yeah. So what you want to do is go to GoStever.com. It's available right now. You just click on $50 bills is what I'm throwing out the window here.
Anybody in the equestrian arts knows Pard's for the saddles and tack and bits that they have. And that's how they started, I think, back in 1967.
Yeah, back in the 60s.
So the cowboy boots, the hats, my son gets these extra long belts there. He loves that. Of course, the leather smell when you walk in. It's delightful.
So $50, just, what you have to do is go spend it within a week and then tell me what you thought of your experience there. Kim might help you. It's the old-fashioned service, which you enjoy, and may I help you?
Yeah,
and
the bell ringy dingy. And
you're going to say, may I help you?
Are you looking
say,
for anything in particular? Let me walk you over there.
She just said, may I help you? That's I don't know what to do.
You look over your shoulder
what
like.
do I do? What did I just looking or something, right? $50 at Pard's. Angie and Mark are terrific. Family-owned business. Pard's in Urbana, $50, handing them out if you'd like them. Go to Stever.com, GoStever.com. Well, it's Friday. Well, let's call Brother Johnny here.
Okay.
And talk about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever's And the headlines will cover that, so stand by. All of our guests appear on the Tapman's Towing phone line. It is Friday. This is it, man. We're going to talk again in October.
Right.
It's September 29. That means there's 30 days in September. I mean, October starts Sunday.
CU Oktoberfest is tomorrow in downtown Champaign from 3 to 10.
Don't forget, back in a moment, news, weather, sports, and Johnny next.
Football fans, plan to party at Pia's before, after, and during games as you get on the watch parties with great prizes and giveaways during the fourth quarter on special game days. Get 5 bottles in the Coors Light bucket for $16.75 or enjoy the $8.95 pitcher special on Illini game days. It's $5 for Blue Moon drafts and Jack Daniels drinks. Murder your thirst with liquid death water and CBD products. Pia's is the place to party. 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The UAW strike against Detroit's automakers set to expand today. We will learn more when Union Head Sean Fain speaks at 10 a.m. Eastern. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer subpoenas the personal and business bank records for Hunter Biden and James Biden, the president's brother, as part of the impeachment inquiry. Comer on Fox's Hannity.
There's overwhelming evidence that Joe Biden was involved in all of these shady business schemes. That's a problem.
The White House denies any of the allegations. A deluge in parts of the Northeast.
You have travel plans across the I-95 corridor. Today is not the best day for traveling. Rain still to come, 3 to 5 inches in some of these areas from New York up towards Yonkers and south of Hartford, Connecticut.
Fox senior meteorologist Janice Dean. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois Secretary of State Alexei Janulius recommending increasing the age requirement for mandatory driving tests from 75 to 79. He says the numbers show that seniors are among the safest drivers of any age category. During the pandemic, the Illinois General Assembly passed a measure that temporarily raised the age of driving tests from 75 to 79, change set to expire Sunday. Multiple juveniles facing possible charges following a shooting earlier this month near Booker T. Washington School in Urbana. Police say on September 14, officers responded to the 1400 block of Eads Street on reports of shots fired. Good news, nobody hurt. Investigators determined 2 groups shooting at each other. Illinois Department of Natural Resources reminding the public that use of drones for hunting not allowed. Unlawful use of drones for hunting could result in enforcement action, including the seizure and forfeiture of unlawfully used equipment. The fall hunting season kicks off Sunday, opening up archery, deer, and turkey seasons throughout the state. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign and Panhandle Saturday, and some nice weather expected into the weekend and through at least mid next week with a hint or two of late summertime in the air. There'll be a couple of cold fronts later next week and a downward trend on temperature at that point. No significant moisture ahead the next 7 to 10 days. Some areas of fog, though, get around this morning. Some of that locally dense early on. A mostly sunny late morning and afternoon, though. The high around 77 and a light northeast to north wind. Just some patchy fog areas late night tonight. Otherwise, mostly clear and 55. For the day tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm, a little fog patch early in the day. High temperatures here and over at West Lafayette at Purdue up around 80 in the afternoon on a light east wind. Down into the 50s again tomorrow night. Sunny, warm at 83 on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, middle 80s with sunshine. Could be a stray shower here Wednesday at 82. Into the 70s and another shower chance for Thursday and a sprinkle on Friday. By late next week, high temperatures just in the upper 60s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Oh, yeah. Friday means a lot of football, high school, of course, college, and the NFL. Last night, the Lions had control of the game, 27-3 at half. Packers made it 27-17 before losing 34-17. Johnny.
I think it's 34-20, wasn't it?
34-20. Yeah. I guess they got a field goal.
There we go.
Johnny in New Orleans, what's happening? Did you see any of that? It's on Amazon Prime. I don't think you get Amazon Prime, do you?
Yeah, we got all that stuff now, Steve. But I had those Detroit Lions, and I don't know how to work the TV, but it's there. I just can't get to it.
No, listen, I tell you what, it's getting to that point. I had the remote to the kids. It's just, oh, come on, man.
No, right. I got it. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah.
Brother Greg says, don't forget to plug the Philo garage sale today and tomorrow on Philo. It's that weekend where there's a zillion garage sales. So if you like sailing, you got to come down. And Friday, of course, you get the best pick. And if you're a serious sailor, you don't talk. You work it.
Yeah.
You work it.
That's right.
You're looking for one item, and then you're out of there. You're efficient. I've seen them work. They're amazing. All right.
Yeah, I need some stuff, too.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, so it's homecoming weekend in Unity. You were on the homecoming court at Unity,
That's
Johnny.
right.
Yeah, Steve, that's a sore subject because Bowie actually won the King, and I questioned the whole outcome of the election.
Well, exactly. They were voter fraud back in
Election
1972. It was the fall of 72. Bowie Daly won King of the homecoming court, and I controversy. I thought you beat him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and Bobby says, how long did it take you to even get over that, John? I go, well, I actually haven't gotten over that.
Right.
But anyway.
Still haven't.
Well, I haven't gotten over Jeff Clark beating me in pinball. So.
And how old were you then? 10?
No,
I was an adult growing a beard. I was 16 years old.
Oh, okay.
And Jeff Clark could barely hold the flippers.
Right. He must have been 10.
The thing is, I worked at the arcade.
Okay.
Nobody beats me because I had all the red quarters.
Yeah.
And
But
then,
the funny thing is, Diane, I was a witness, and Jeff could almost not see over the top
see
of
over the
glass.
top. Couldn't see.
And he just kept doing the flippers. He didn't know where the ball was.
Yeah.
But he just kept hitting the ball.
Right.
And Steve just pulled the plunger and boom, right down the middle. Boom. It would just go right.
Well, and then it was inadvertent trash talk because here's a little boy, probably 9 or 10 years old, going, "You never miss. You'll never miss. You'll never miss. You'll never miss."
I see. Go ahead, Boz.
Yeah, Jeff Clark, one of the most valuable employees ever at AT&T. Jeff Clark.
That's right.
It's Brother Johnny on the phone. So the Chicago Bears are hosting the Denver Broncos, who gave up 70 points last week, and Denver is favored in Chicago. How bad is it for the Bears? Wow.
Well, that's interesting, but they're still betting on Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. I don't know what happened with the 70 points because I didn't watch it, but you got to think the Bears can win that game, but who knows, Steve? How much are they?
It's
favored
like 3.5. I mean, I was just stunned because Denver's obviously not very good, and yet the Bears have that. I told you when they were asking Justin Fields about why he's thinking too much, he went coaching,
right?
And that of course just was like, oh my god. Then he came back later and says, no, I don't.
Yeah,
it's my fault. It's my fault.
Yeah.
It's all my fault. I mean, somebody got to him and says, you don't do that.
Yeah.
So are they both 0-3 or?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, no. Well, who would have won a game there?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
Did Denver win their first game? Anyway, it's a Bears.
Well, Denver got beat
I don't think so.
70-20, right? Last week, so right.
Anyway, it's just what it is. So the Chicago Bears, but the problem is, again, I don't have a feel for my Illinois team. We go to Purdue tomorrow, 2:30. It's at Purdue. They're 1-3. Ryan Walters, the former defensive coordinator for Brett Bielema, took the job. Everybody knows everybody.
0-3.
What's that?
They're both 0-3.
Yeah, I know Denver and Chicago, but Purdue's 1-3. Illinois 2-2. I don't have a feel. I don't know. I don't know who's going to win the game. It's a coin flip.
Well, I think that's why we're going to go over there. But yeah, we're going to find out.
Yeah.
I think we can win that game.
I do too.
We're good.
I do too.
We need the defense and the offense to both have good games.
Yeah, right. And you can't got to really keep the after whistle penalties. We've had a number of those this year, and then we can't turn the ball over. I mean, it's just, and Purdue, of course, their fandom will. You can go. I think we have the quarterback club taking a few buses, so we'll have some fans over there. But anyway, it'll be one of those real pivotal games, I think, as far as the rest of the season. It's an important win if you can get it, and I think we are better, but I can't feel the team. I don't know, okay? I just don't know. And our Saints, Johnny, we got a couple of ESPN guys that are on nationally, and they've just been pounding on the Saints and how awful they are to watch, and they didn't mention one word about Derek Carr getting hurt against Green Bay. That was a huge factor in that loss.
No, that was what we would have won had that not happened, although we still had a 17-0 lead, and but I will say, Steve, they scored the two. Well, when we got two flags for 67 yards, that's two penalties for 67 yards against us. I was getting up, and then when they scored the 2-point conversion, make it 17-11.
11.
11.
Yeah.
I I actually started to walk that one off before it happened because I wanted to clear my head for better memories than what we were just about to see. Because that's from 55 years of watching.
Yeah.
And I said, I have seen this movie, and I never liked the end of it.
I know it. It's pretty brutal. You had kind of sense it was coming. Then we had a 46-yarder take the lead with a minute to go, but a minute was.
Yeah, I didn't. I left. I did not watch any of the last. No, I'm like, something. I told Dick. I said, the Saints can win, Dick. I just need to go now. My partner, I wish the game was, but no, I have to go now.
Yeah. Well, Derek Carr, at least he's kind of week to week, so that's good news. He's not out for a long
time. I hope he's actually not going to play Sunday because I also have seen the bring him back too early and struggle the whole season. Just forget the next couple of games. I think we can win a game and then bring your quarterback back because if you don't have the QB in the NFL, you don't have anything.
No, you really don't.
But really a 50-50 shot. That's what it is.
Well, we'll see, but it's wildly popular. Johnny, would NFL be this popular without gambling?
No, it can't be. But that's a moot point because there is gambling, and therefore, therefore, it is extremely popular, and there's so many different ways to gamble on it.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you got your, I think the fantasy teams are still pretty hot. You got your pools.
Yep.
And I think the pools bring a lot of viewers because, Stevie, you can put up $50 for the entire season.
Yep.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you bet on you pick all the games for 17 weeks.
Yep.
What is that? $50 divided by 17, $3 a game.
Yep.
And you get to watch all the teams in the league, and you have some stake.
No, that's right. No, it's fun.
And you can win $400 or $500 for crying out loud.
No, it is enjoyable and fun. But if you took that aspect out of it, I just wonder what the NFL. If you took the NFL, no gambling, no beer sales. I wonder what would
right.
Anyway, because Johnny, remember when the Bears played here, you said when the Bears played here, Steve, you're happy to have them, but you'll be really glad when they leave. I've never seen beer consumption like when the Bears were here. It was unbelievable.
Stack of cans. Neither had the University of Illinois or Champaign Urbana because we ran out every game. And it didn't matter how much more beer we got.
Crazy.
But no, seriously though, I'm looking at the pool, and I'm asking Diane. I'm saying, "Hey, man, who won that Atlanta Carolina game? Who cares?"
Yeah, right. No, exactly. Because you picked them.
Carolina was winning 10-7.
Yeah, no, I know. It's amazing. Keep track of all of that stuff. All right, so it's Brother Johnny on the Tapman's Towing phone line for this Friday. UAW strike is growing. Here's a worker.
In 04, I bought an Expedition that we built. Right now, because of where I'm stuck at, I can't think of buying what we're building. I'm at $32 an hour when, according to those 11 years, I should be at $51 an hour. It's not just our time, it's about time. I went 11 years without a significant pay increase as the price of everything went up.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to know all the issues. I do know they lose me at 32 hours versus 40 hours. They want to cut it to 4-day work weeks. And I mean, that's kind of what France has done.
Well,
I don't know I don't know what fair pay is. 30. He said 32. That's $64,000 plus the package. Probably $80,000-$90,000 job, which isn't bad. But I don't know if it's not enough. I guess they got to give them more, or they're not going to work. So,
well, let me go defend the worker, which is the Expedition is probably $120,000.
Wow! Wow!
And so it's like,
wait a minute, an Expedition you think is it might be $120,000 truck now?
It's a lot of money. That guy can't buy one. That was his point.
Right.
And by the way, France, they got 4 4-hour work days if you're driving one of the buses in Paris. So that's 16. So we haven't got there yet. But
stressful. It's stressful. Imagine driving to Paris.
It's more than $32 an hour too.
Yeah.
That it was benefits. But no, Steve, look, and then wait. Then you got to pull into a gas pump and put gas in the Expedition.
That's true. It doesn't run on.
And $32 an hour. I'm going with the laborer on this one. That's amazing. I would have thought that the wages would have kept up with the relative prices, and it really hasn't.
Yeah.
So look. What are we at? 13,500 on average. That's just an average for the family across the country. Is how much more money we're spending to live than when the day before Trump was handed over to Biden, and now we're down 13.5 and counting. And we got to get control of the economy and do common sense things. But yeah, I don't know. Do you think they're going to shut down the line, or what's going on?
I think they've shut down a number of them. They're expanding that whole thing, so more and more get shut down. And then you're supposed to shut the government off by tomorrow midnight. That apparently is a done deal. They're not going to figure it out between now and tomorrow night. So the government,
and I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
So they go through and you read what they're not shutting down is. It's basically everything but what you'll notice. So, and that's where the government gets creative. So it's actually a positive thing, because I want to see what will they shut down that they don't need, but that will make us mad.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to say.
Yeah, and there's money involved too. Checks to the people, so retirees.
They're not shutting any of that down. That's gonna. Everybody gets their benefits. The Congress gets their paycheck, because you have to pay them to figure it out, Steve.
Yeah. What wouldn't I mean? That's a creative way to say, listen, you guys at the Congress and the staff, and nobody gets paid. Why wouldn't we do that? That'd be a good idea.
Now that's taking a government shutdown a little too far, Steve.
Okay, so that's probably going to happen. No question. Meanwhile,
but the cars. Listen, look at the price of a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't have them quite like we do here. Philo has them, but the pickup trucks since COVID have been, through the roof. A new one's $50,000 for a pickup truck, and a used one is maybe $10,000 more than you thought it would be. And so you can't. It's high. Things are high. But we go on, Steve.
With the CEOs of these companies are making tens of millions of dollars, no question about that. I always thought, good CEOs are huge value. I agree with that, but you get people to probably do it for under tens of millions of dollars, but if that's the going rate.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the guy making 32 and can't buy his own Expedition, I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, and by the way, that argument just doesn't have any weight when you have Jalen Hurts making $51 million this year, and Aaron Rodgers $37.5 million, 4 snaps. So it's all about what deal you make, I guess, Steve, and it doesn't really make sense a lot of times. So.
Yep. And I guess it's if you want to be Brett Bielema making $6 million a year, then go be a head coach, right? I mean, I don't begrudge anybody making what you can make.
Sure.
I think Brett should probably ask for a raise, but anyway, that's a whole other story. If $6 million, I wouldn't do it for $6 million. Not with the portal.
So, all right. So we'll see what the sports weekend brings with the Illini and Purdue, a virtual toss-up by the odds makers. We'll root for the Bears to see if they can win. See if the Saints, if it is Jameis Winston, can beat Tampa. I don't know. It's in the Dome. There's still a lot of energy for the Saints, isn't there, down there?
Yeah, if we have Derek Carr, we're a good team. And actually, our backup is good, Jameis Winston. But it comes down to that position. And if you look at the final 8 teams the last 3 years, just go back and look at the playoffs. They've all got a quick-footed, very, very good quarterback. Without that, that's like ante in poker.
Yep.
Without an ante, you don't get any cards. So, and you can go around the league and play, and you might win 8, 7, 9, whatever. That you got to have that spot, and we have it with Derek, I think. And if he's playing, we'll probably win. And if he isn't, it's a 50-50 shot.
I mean, Johnny, there are hundreds of thousands of football players out there, and there's probably, 10, 12 quarterbacks we could name?
That's interesting.
Man.
How there's got to be more, but I'm not sure that the system finds them. Just on mathematics, you would think there's got to be more really good ones. But are we finding them all? And I'm not sure. You get the system in place, and you know how hard it is to change. And I think the way you hype them up in high school and then college and then pro, you just leave people behind. And Tom Brady's a great example. 4th round, wasn't he?
Yeah, right.
And two guys get hurt, so he gets to play.
Yeah, that's just amazing. It's amazing.
And I think that you can look at just the numbers and say, we're missing some people here because there's got to be more than 10 guys.
Well, and you can see the guys throw the tight spiral and they're big but how do they handle it when these very quick and strong men are trying to knock their head off? I mean, under duress like that, I think I could play quarterback if I had a big X on my shirt. Nobody can touch me. And if
it's interesting too. You make a good point because it should be just as rare to find a 335-pound defensive lineman that could beat me in the 40. But there seems to be plenty of those.
How is that possible? How is that possible? So, we've evolved. I mean, remember the linemen in the old NFL used to be kind of fat. And we've evolved. They had part-time jobs after the season. It's just evolved to a full-time 24/7 entourage, groomed them since they were 5. I mean, it's just phenomenal. The athlete, I can't imagine the leap it is from the college game to the NFL, where everybody is so good.
It's amazing. And those guys drive the need for a really quick quarterback because you cannot block them.
No.
And so they're going to get there, and you can't. The measure of a quarterback is do you have that first quick step to buy yourself another second?
That's right.
It just boils down to that.
And then, by the way, you have to throw it off balance accurately. Man,
you do, and in a panic and knowing you might die. But,
right. That's a whole different thing, man. All right, Johnny, we appreciate you. Thanks for being on. Thank you so much.
Great talking to you. Go Philo garage sale. That's quite a deal.
Yeah.
The treasures. You can't imagine the treasures, Diane.
Probably a Mickey Mantle baseball card out there somewhere. Mm-hmm. Thank you for being on. Appreciate you.
Do me a favor and go with Mom to a couple and try to stop her from buying very much if you can.
She
likes the garage sale.
I'll go over and see if she's home. I'm not sure.
Knickknacks for the show.
She's got. No, she does have value. She knows what value is. That's the question. All right. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you.
God bless. Thanks.
God bless you. Brother Johnny in New Orleans this morning, Tapman's Towing phone line.
I see that here, September 29th, it's National Coffee Day.
I got some.
I got some too.
Let's go. How many people don't drink coffee?
Well, and how many people just drink it black? I think Johnny does.
I do both.
You do?
Yeah.
I mean,
today I got cream and sweetener stevia.
Okay.
Yeah. But I can take it black.
I can too.
Yeah. It's not. It's a little. But Johnny says it's an acquired taste, Steve. Why don't you acquire it black? Because then it's easier.
Yes,
that's
it
a good
is.
point.
Mm-hmm.
7:52. What's Greg say? Stand by. We'll get the weather next. Welcome to Sarah Champagne, where your dream car awaits, with an exquisite selection of top-tier vehicles, impeccable service, and unbeatable prices. They are your ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Experience luxury, performance, and style like never before. Visit today and drive home in the vehicle you've always desired. Sarah Champagne, Honda, BMW, Subaru, GMC, and Buick. Your journey towards automotive perfection starts here. Visit them at Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, Champagne.com.
Habitat for Humanity of Champaign County has been bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope since 1991. To date, Habitat of Champaign has built 118 homes, but the need for safe, decent, and affordable housing is greater than ever. When you donate your time or money to Habitat or make a purchase from the Habitat Restore, you are empowering local families and helping them achieve the strength, stability, and self-reliance they need to build a bright future for themselves. For more information about Habitat for Humanity of Champaign, please visit cuhabitat.org.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Logan, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana have it Saturday and some nice weather expected into the weekend and through at least mid next week with a hint or two of late summertime in the air. There'll be a couple of cold fronts later next week and a downward trend on temperature at that point. No significant moisture ahead the next 7 to 10 days. Some areas of fog, though, again around this morning. Some of that locally dense early on. A mostly sunny late morning and afternoon, though. The high around 77 and a light northeast to north wind. Just some patchy fog areas late night tonight. Otherwise, mostly clear and 55. For the day tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm, a little fog patch early in the day. High temperatures here and over at West Lafayette at Purdue up around 80 in the afternoon on a light east wind. Down into the 50s again tomorrow night. Sunny, warm at 83 on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, middle 80s with sunshine. Could be a stray shower here Wednesday at 82. Into the 70s and another shower chance for Thursday and a sprinkle on Friday. By late next week, high temperatures just in the upper 60s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Olchus, Greg Soldier.
Coach House Garages is celebrating their 50th anniversary. And now through December, when you purchase a garage, you can enter to win 5% off. Just visit CoachHouseGarages.com. That's CoachHouseGarages.com or call Chuck Ruth.
A biker, a Baptist minister, a Catholic priest, a veteran, and a farmer walk into a trucking company. Sounds like the beginning of a bad joke, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's the diversification of the driver force at Gale Frericks Trucking. At GFT, we welcome all qualified Class A CDL holders. So if you have 2 years of experience or less with military service, a clean driving record, and a positive work ethic, we want you to fill one of our 3 open regional van positions today. You will have every weekend at home and earn the money to enjoy it with our $1,200 weekly gross pay guarantee, in addition to all the other great advantages GFT offers. During the month of September, we are paying a $4,000 sign-on bonus to experienced drivers that want to work for a company that works as hard for them as they work for us. Call 765-793-7131 or email timo@gftlog.com. 765-793-7131 or email timo@gftlog.com.
Here's what one shopper said about Pard's Western Shop in Urbana, 306 North Maple, between Main and University. He said, sure, you can find booths at some big box stores, but nothing like Pard's selection. They're unique, they're local, and they have an excellent store. So many people that visit Pard's in Urbana say the same thing. Pard's in Urbana, 306 North Maple. You can find the best boots in the world and shop local. Visit pards.com, pards.com. Yeah, that's the subject of our Stever. I'm handing out $50 bills if you want to go to Pards on me. Just go to gostever.com. You'll never buy better boots in the world than at Pards. They are fabulous.
That's right. And the jeans are awesome. Everything's awesome at Pards.
Pards, and you can get your $50. Just go to gostever.com. So coming up, we will be talking with a retired Major General. Served 31 years in the U.S. Army. And we're going to talk substance abuse recovery program helping veterans struggling with addiction.
Okay.
I think we leave a lot of veterans behind.
That's right.
Feel bad about that. Okay, the news will be coming up next, and then a whole nother hour to go on the program. It is Friday, September 29. Whatever you do at the end of the month, got to do it.
I know Vineyard Church has their Soul Food Family Fest from 11 to 4 tomorrow. Lots of different festivals in the fall weather. It's going to be a great weather weekend, so enjoy.
I mean, it will be, and we don't see any rain, as Greg mentioned,
That's
for
right.
the next 7 days. 7 to 10 days, so harvest should be good. We ought to be getting a lot of that done. Those farmers, if they have a crew, they can go. And then the elevator's going to be crowded because all the stuff coming in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do this around here all the time.
I'll be busy with a mom-son dance at the High School of St. Thomas More after 6:30 tonight.
It'll be fun. News coming up.
Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Crossroads Contractor Supply specializes in the delivery of tools and supplies within a 150-mile radius of Champaign-Urbana. Reliable, timely, and with reasonable prices, Crossroads Contractor Supply knows what equipment and tools are needed for your job. Get the job done right with proper tools and equipment. Did something break? Construction materials, tools, as well as safety equipment, all available at Crossroads Contractor Supply. Visit crossroadscontractorsupplyil.com.
Everybody needs insurance, and that's why I love Kyle Lewis at Insurance Providers Group. This is Jay Lehman, All-American linebacker. Kyle provides auto, life, health, and all kinds of commercial lines of insurance. They are my one-stop shop for all my insurance needs, and all my rental properties are insured by IPG. That's why you need to email Kyle at IPGINS.com. Kyle at IPGINS.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
This is a Fox News alert. Senator Dianne Feinstein has died. I'm Dave Anthony, a Democrat from California, first elected in 1992.
Yeah, we don't know exactly the circumstances here. She had been in ill health for quite some time, but we got some rumblings about this overnight. Senator Feinstein voted yesterday morning in the Senate, but did not attend a Democratic caucus meeting later in the day, and she also did not vote in an afternoon vote series. She was 90 years old.
Fox's Chad Pergram at the Capitol.
She had led the Judiciary Committee. There had been some calls for her to step down because of ill and infirm health. She missed several months earlier this year due to a bout with shingles, and she was hospitalized for quite some time. She came back. She was here and there over the past few months.
Senator Feinstein's death comes as Congress deals with funding drama.
Nobody wants a shutdown. Nobody wants a shutdown.
But that would happen Sunday if government money runs out. Republican Congressman Greg Murphy tells Fox Business they're trying to work out a budget plan.
This is hard business. It's hard to gather all the individuals and all the different personalities together to agree.
Some House Republicans are refusing to back a short-term funding plan, pushing for a full budget and 12 bills with spending cuts Senate Democrats do oppose. The Auto Workers Union may announce next hour it'll expand the 15-day-old strike to even more GM, Ford, or Stellantis facilities. A judge in Michigan is expected today to decide the fate of a school shooter who murdered 4 classmates.
Ethan Crumbley pleaded guilty to the murders at Oxford High School in 2021. Friday's decision will culminate a Miller hearing, which decides if a juvenile can be sentenced to life in prison. Should Judge Kwame Rowe rule against life with no parole, Michigan law requires a sentence of 25 years minimum to 60 years maximum.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. America's listening to Fox News.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Klein tools are new at Lowe's, pros. Lowe's knows you want top brands and quality products, and Klein Tools delivers. Right now, get the Klein 3-piece ModBox mobile workstation for $319.94 and the Klein 5-piece cushion grip screwdriver set for just $34.97, both exclusively at Lowe's. Shop the largest selection of Klein tools, the highest quality tool brand at Lowe's. Because Lowe's knows tools, Lowe's knows pros.
Again, our top Fox News story just breaking in the last half hour. A U.S. Senator has died. Dianne Feinstein, a Democrat from California who had been in poor health this year, even missing some time away from the Senate with shingles. We're told a bouquet of flowers has been placed at her desk at the Senate. Senator Dianne Feinstein served for 31 years, dead at age 90. At the Capitol yesterday, House Republicans held their first impeachment inquiry hearing into President Biden. Oversight Committee James Comer alleges
evidence reveals that then Vice President Joe Biden spoke, dined, and developed relationships with his family's foreign business targets.
Democrats insist there is no evidence of wrongdoing, calling the probe illegitimate. 2 of the legal experts Republicans called to testify at the hearing said that They need to find more evidence linking the president to Hunter Biden's overseas businesses. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising before the last trading day of the month and quarter on top of the gains yesterday. On Thursday Night Football, a lion roared.
2nd and goal. Big hole, left side, in for the touchdown. David Montgomery.
He ran for 3 TDs, leading Detroit to a 34-20 win in Green Bay on Amazon Prime Video. The Lions, with the win, now improve to 3-1 on the NFL season. The Packers dropped to 2-2. In baseball, the Baltimore Orioles clinched the American League East Division title.
In your wildest dreams, could you have expected this? 100 wins.
The call on MASN after Baltimore beat Boston 2-0. Seattle beat Texas 3-2. The Mariners move within a game of Houston for the last AL wild card of the National League. Chicago lost to Atlanta 5-3. So the Cubs now a half game back at Miami for the final playoff spot. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. House Speaker Emmanuel Welch is pushing a bill that would allow his employees to unionize. Under the measure, legislative staffers within the state government will be allowed to collectively bargain through reps of their choosing. Proposal comes after a group of Welch's staffers clearing last year their intention to form a union in efforts to secure higher wages and better benefits. Federal jury is awarding a woman who claims she was sexually assaulted by a counselor incarcerated at a downstate prison more than $19 million. That woman filed a lawsuit against Logan Correctional Center in 2018. She claimed Richard McLeod began assaulting her in 2016 when she was assigned to a housing unit. Illinois Department of Natural Resources reminding the public that the use of drones for hunting not allowed in the state. Unlawful use of drones for hunting could result in enforcement action, including the seizure and forfeiture of unlawfully used equipment. The fall hunting season kicks off Sunday with the opening of archery, deer, and turkey seasons throughout the states. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim Miller.
Did you happen to
ESPN.
catch?
What's that?
Did you happen to catch that fall moon, the full moon?
Oh yeah, it was like a light bulb
Beautiful.
out there. Greg Solier, the moon was a light bulb, man. The sky was bright.
No need to throw the lights on in the weather office. Just open up the blinds and boom, there you go.
I mean, I woke up in the middle of the
morning.
night and I looked. I said, There's something on outside. Oh, it's the moon. Wow.
I love it.
Greg Solier, our meteorologist, has joined us, sir. We've got fog in the area still. I think that warning till about 9. And otherwise, clean and green to do yard work, whatever you want to do here, because I don't think it's going to rain for a minute, right?
Mm-hmm. Next chance of maybe a stray shower, nothing really organized, although the recent rains and that cold, slow warbling around low brought anywhere from a couple of 3 or 4 inches in spots to just a half inch to an inch in some areas as well here in East Central Illinois. But that system is gone. There'll be a couple of cold fronts that come our way. We do see kind of a chillier, little more typical seasonal early October air mass building in about a week to 10 days from now. That should be short-lived with another warm spell, probably another big warm-up or 2 here at least into the first half of the month of October. No substantial rain in the forecast as well for the coming 10 days to 2 weeks to maybe 2.5 weeks. So opportunities for backyard work, get some moisture reduction, dry down, evaporative losses. Those are all elements and parameters that folks in the harvest and at least field work business like to keep an eye out for. Mother Nature doing the drying of the crops versus them or you or us having to pay for it. So a good go of it. But the dampness out there this morning, the longer nights, and this is what you come up with after recent rains, kind of a fair amount of fog over a wide area of the Corn Belt and the Midwest this morning. 57 at Willett and Savoy, have about an 1/8 mile visibility there. 55 at Rantoul, 1/8 as well the visibility. 61 at Danville, and they're fogged in pretty well as well and up Bloomington normal ways. 3/16 of a mile, 54, the dense fog advisory till 9. And then we'll turn it a partly cloudy during the mid to late morning and a mostly sunny afternoon. 77, slightly drier, less fog tonight, late low down to 55. Maybe a fog patch tomorrow morning, mostly sunny warm here and there. That's West Lafayette at 2:30, 80 degrees. Enjoy it with a light east wind, 83 Sunday. And into the middle 80s we go for Monday and Tuesday, low 80s on Wednesday. And then a cooling trend after that with a couple of spotty showers, nothing significant. High temperatures next Thursday in the 70s and then 60s for highs next Friday and the following weekend. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
He served 31 years in the U.S. Army, wide variety of command and staff positions, retired as a Major General. He is Major General retired Bob Dees. The two words West Point have an entirely different meaning to me. My daughter's about to marry a young man that graduated West Point, Bob, thank you for your service. We appreciate you, and I've read about all your stuff, and I might need you to come back and be my Joint Chiefs of Staff chair or something. We might bring you back.
I like that idea.
We need good men like Bob Dees. Thanks for being on the program, sir.
You bet, Diane, Stevie. Good to be with y'all. And West Point's a great institution. You're going to have a great son-in-law, I would expect.
No, he's a man of integrity, and we're just very thankful because he's a good man. But it's amazing the network. Wherever you go in America, if you say West Point, you can stay at my house.
That's right.
I mean, it's amazing. you guys are bonded. You and Dwight Eisenhower and the others. You know,
right.
Come on.
Well, we go through some shared life experiences, so we have a lot of trust and respect for each other.
Well, you know what? I don't think people understand that without you, somebody's invading me. It's all about peace through strength, I think. And I just don't think they get the value of what we're doing with this. There's bad actors out there, and we've got to have a strong everything like you. So we need that leadership. We need the people that are ready to defend our nation, and that's what you did, Bob. I do feel horrible about some of the PTSD, some of our veterans that are being left behind. Apparently a substance abuse recovery program is helping veterans. What do we know about that, Major General?
Yeah, well, the Department of Veterans Affairs has some good substance abuse and recovery programs, and then there's some new pharmaceuticals, if you will, Naxazone and a few others that help. But the challenge is we want to prevent these things ahead of time. We need to deal with them in crisis with the new drugs and the new recovery programs and things. And then after they go through this, we need to help them figure out how do they truly bounce back? How do they get back into society? You know, our veterans are untapped national treasures, character, commitment, courage, their competencies. We want them back out on the street to do good things for America. And regrettably, right now, high suicide rates, you're familiar with that, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Now we have this opioid epidemic. For veterans and for military, they use illicit drugs less than the general population, but they have much higher abuse of prescription drugs. They sort of trade them back and forth, and they sort of self-medicate. They don't trust the VA quite as much as they should, perhaps. And so it's a perfect storm that's impacting our veterans, and that's frankly why we're in existence at the National Center for Healthy Veterans.
Do you think we appreciate our veterans the way we ought to, sir? I mean, I don't know. I know Vietnam and people spat upon all these horrible things that occurred while they were serving, doing what they were told to do. I just wonder if we still have that level, and does it matter if we go up to somebody in uniform and say thank you, things like that. I think I really value them in high esteem. I hope everybody does.
Yeah, well, we're not as bad as we were in the Vietnam days, and we've gotten a lot better. And but I see a downward trend with all the civil turmoil of the last 2-3 years. That's it's going back in that Vietnam direction. I do think, though, that we need to say thank you for your service, and that's a first step. But part of our mission at the National Center is to help train churches, communities, campuses, corporations, and what it looks like to truly help veterans. Not just say thank you for your service, that's great, but also how do you help them become employed? How do you help engage them with programs such as ours so that they have emotional regulation, they have life skills, they have career preparation skills. A lot of these veterans need to do a life reset. And, we say we rewire the brain, reshape the heart, restore the soul. And that's what many of them need to truly get back into America and do great things.
Why is it so difficult to assimilate back into society? What does that mean?
Well, different culture. You go from rigorous training, purpose, self-esteem. You think you're doing good things for a good reason. And then you get out of the military, and you may be one of one in Champaign, Illinois, or somewhere else. And you just sit there. You lose your purpose. Why am I here? You may start to dabble with drugs. You may have pain of various forms from your military service, so you start to self-medicate, and it's just a downward spiral. So we see these people all the time. A veteran came down the street. He said, 5 of my buddies from Afghanistan have killed themselves this last month, and I'm next. And it was like, whoa, and that's the way he came, and yet he went through this intentional 9-month residential program of life reset, and now he's up in New Hampshire. He's got a job. He's a welder. He's got a fiance who's a wonderful young lady, and so that's why we do business, is to help return these people back to America as productive citizens.
Well, how would people find out more about what you're doing, sir?
Well, it's healthyveterans.org.
Okay.
One of the first buttons says refer a veteran. So we have 10 new houses coming online here in the next couple of weeks. So we have space for veterans that are at risk. We don't accept sexual offenders, violent felons, or active addicts, but everything else is on the table. We do a good vetting, and we bring them on board if they're well suited for what we're doing, and we put them back in America. And our success rate is higher than a lot of the short-term programs. Recidivism is a great problem, whether you're in the civilian sector or in the veteran and military sector, and we fight that with this program, and we're happy with the results thus far.
Aren't you supposed to retire when you retire? You're not retired. What the heck is this?
Busier than ever.
At West Point, they say, take care of the mission, or do the mission, accomplish the mission, take care of the troops. And it just sort of gets in your blood after a while. You love the troops, you love their families, and retirement is just a little speed bump in the road.
Well, when you went to West Point, you're talking about the height of hippies. You had the shortest hair of anybody you knew. I mean, you had to go in, 68 to 72 or that around. That's just a really raucous, burn your draft card time, right? I mean, it was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
You'd go to West Point, man.
Even at West Point, when we were an open community, we had girls from Vassar and other things. They'd be coming, and they'd be giving us all the protest. We had to go walk through protest to get from our classrooms to our barracks.
Wow.
So that was at West Point. You can imagine what was happening in the rest of the country.
My.
Wow.
No, that's nuts. Hey, listen, I really appreciate meeting you and having you on, and you sound like you're 40, so good for you.
You're kind.
You sound great. Major General Bob Dees, thank you, sir. Appreciate your time.
You bet. Take care. Thank you.
ESPN 93.5, nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN, let's jump to our morning sports. Here's the situation on the Chicago Cubs. They just got to win.
Atlanta won yesterday 5-3. We've got a game against Milwaukee with a 7-10 start over on US 105.9.
And you don't think Milwaukee wants to drop the Cubs out of this thing, do you? Anyway, it's just you got to win. Miami now half a game ahead of the Cubs. It all depends on the final 3 games. I said this coming down the last day. So we'll see. Cubs, you just go win your 3, and then you just see what happens. So Miami has to play in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's not going to get swept. They're going to at least win 1.
Right.
So if the Cubbies can win all 3 games, we'll have to see. It just and
that weirdness with the Miami game because they were in New York and it's raining cats and dogs there. They're expecting 4 inches in the city.
They suspended the game and then 9th inning and Miami's winning, so I got to presume they're going to hold. You got to get 3 more outs.
Wow!
So if Miami can get 3 outs against the Mets, they're winning 2-1. They suspended it. They play it Monday if necessary. Well, right now, Miami has the advantage. There's no doubt.
Chicago White Sox over Arizona 3-1. They've got San Diego with a 6:40 start. On to football, Lions over the Packers 34-20. Bears and Denver right now. Denver is favored to win that game in Soldier Field. What? Also, our team, the Illini in West Lafayette with a 2:30 start against Purdue, playing for that Cannon Trophy. Our Illinois volleyball team at Huff Hall tonight against Penn State at 8, and Saturday at 6 against Iowa. The Ryder Cup is something we haven't hit, Stevie.
That's going to be...
with Europe versus USA.
No, go USA. Mm-hmm. Go Busey. If you want to talk about Busey's commitment to the community, they give back.
Yeah.
Busey's been doing that a very long time.
Sure have.
In 21 and 22, Busey Associates gave over 20,000 hours of their time to community organizations. Almost 200 associates actively commit to board service, and Busey's contributed over $250,000 in scholarships throughout the footprint. Busey Associates have raised more than $450,000 through Pay It Forward, so they have impact. Corporate sustainability practices, associate training, recognition and development, community development. If you want to learn more about this report that's out, it's called Busey's 2022 Impact Report. You go take a peek at that. You'll be impressed. Visit Busey.com/impact. Busey.com/impact if you want to learn more. Member FDIC. Busey's been around since 1868.
Nice.
Stever offer, $50 to Pards if you are interested. Pards Western Shop. Just go to GoStever.com, hand it down $50 bills. I'm paying. GoStever.com. All right, check your weather. Come back with Fox Business. Lots more in our final 40 minutes. ESPN 93.5 at 8:19.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana is Saturday, and another round of early to mid-morning areas of fog to contend with, and a dense fog advisory up and in effect across a good chunk of East Central Illinois till roughly 9 this morning. Probably be looking at some fog areas again tomorrow morning, and other than that, no weather issues at all heading into the weekend through the first half of next week. Late summer warmth will play out across the area. Signs of a cooler spell of weather ahead for late next week and into the following weekend. In the meantime, becoming mostly sunny after the bouts of early morning fog, locally dense in some spots. High temperature up near 77, a bit of a northeast to north wind. Clear tonight, patchy fog late, low down to 55. Some patchy fog early tomorrow, mostly sunny. Warm high temperatures here and over at West Lafayette are around 80 degrees and a light east wind. Sunny and warm for the day on Sunday. Highs at 83, middle 80s Monday and Tuesday. Chance for a shower next Wednesday and Thursday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solye.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The latest inflation readings came in mostly as expected. Prices are still rising. Inflation has moderated, but still is far above the Federal Reserve's goal of 2%. The Personal Consumption Expenditures Index for August rose 0.4%, up 3.5% over the year ending in August. Core inflation, excluding food and energy, rose 0.1%. That's a little less than predicted, up 3.9% for the year ending in August. It's the first core PCE reading under 4% in about a couple of years, though the core PCE reading doesn't include the increase you're paying in gasoline prices. Nike and other sportswear company stocks are rallying. Nike's earnings were upbeat and its forecast is encouraging. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jimmy Cosola, invested in you.
I'm Dana Perino, and this is Perino on Politics.
Dana Perino, co-host of The Five and co-anchor of America's Newsroom, returns to Fox News Audio with a brand new podcast, Perino on Politics. Listeners of Everything Will Be Okay will be thrilled by the return of a familiar voice, but with a fresh spin as Dana guides audiences through the 2024 election cycle. Make sure you subscribe to this series wherever you download podcasts and leave a rating and review.
Norm Miller here, chairman of Interstate Batteries. You know, without batteries, life would be pretty lifeless. That's why Interstate All Battery Centers carry them in every size, shape, and style, so you can drive, drill, call, film, or do whatever it is you want to do. Stop in today. They've got the power to keep you going. Interstate All Battery Center. Outrageously dependable.
Interstate All Battery Center. You'll find them outrageously dependable just over Interstate 74 at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign, with batteries for most every application in stock.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
As the summer temperatures rise, make sure your energy bills stay low. Call Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing to upgrade to a high-efficiency Lennox air conditioner. Dogtown offers financing, including 0% no interest for qualifying customers. And if you have rooms in your house that don't seem to stay cool, call and ask about the great rebates on the Daikin Douglas mini splits. Call Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing at 217-841-4728. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The world's largest sports book right at your fingertips. The Circus Sports Illinois app is ready for action. Now you can download, fund, and bet like a pro from anywhere in Illinois. Circusports.com. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
She is Ellen Hook, Ashley Home Store. She's hiding somewhere. Although your boy's now old enough to go to school.
Yes.
Is that right, Ellen? What the heck?
They are, yeah, and the baby's sleeping, so I'm like free right now. I'm sitting at the kitchen counter.
He's got 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Ellen Hook.
The countdown begins.
Evelyn is 7 months old, and I heard that she can spike the volleyball with left or right hand, so ambidextrous.
She's spiking the balloon.
There
Her brothers
you go.
like to toss her the balloon.
Boom.
She's going to town.
Yeah, and she's going to be probably really tall and athletic because your husband, Evan and Ellen are volleyballers. Anyway, good to talk to you. So what do you got? You have friends and family. What's that about, the sale?
We do, yeah. We haven't run our friends and family sale in a few years, so we've got friends and family running for a couple weeks now, and at our Champaign location, we're doing 20% off for anybody that comes in, and it's a great time to get home finished before the holidays. It's like get the furniture before Thanksgiving dinner, before Christmas, and maybe the family's coming over to your house. So we've decided to run our friends and family promotion right now so people can get ready for the holidays.
That's awesome. $2,000 couch just became $1,600. Come on. Really?
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
That's
We just got all new sectionals, so if you walk into the store, it looks like a different store. We have about 15 new sets out, so lots of fun stuff to look at.
I mean, you bring a new definition to, honey, can you vacuum the store? I mean, your store's so big. It's so big. My gosh, I can't go vacuum your store? Wow.
No, we have a whole sales team. They each have an area and two cleaning ladies, so it takes a village there to keep that store clean.
Well, you're still having fun. Ashley's a fun store to visit. You've got people that are really going to come up and help
such
you.
a great team.
Yeah.
I know I visit with Craig every time I come, but let's talk about how things are looking as far as employees or as we come into the holiday season. Are you recruiting, Ellen?
We are recruiting for our sales team in Champaign, and it's a great opportunity. I mean, of course, I'm biased, so I'm going to say that, but the earning opportunity is wonderful, and more importantly, we have a really wonderful team there. I'm in Champaign almost every day, so you get to see me for better or worse most of the time to chat about all things furniture and life. We're a family at Ashley. Our family's been at it for 151 years, and Evie comes to work with me some days, so, we're doing life and furniture together.
I mean, that's what family thing. I love that. I love that the fact that you'd see Evie. I mean, that to me would be a huge highlight. I think I'd make a great Walmart greeter. Would I make a good Ashley store greeter? Hey,
I think you would be
Ellen,
wonderful.
You're awesome. Well, how much is that? I don't know. Ellen. And then after about third day, your smile would wane, going, "Why is he here?
Right.
What is he?"
And Stevie, really, the sales team does that. I mean, as soon as I walked in the door, I was greeted.
But they know what they're doing.
Right.
I would just simply say, "Hey, I don't know. Let me get Ellen. Ellen."
Well, what's funny is we know because everybody's different. So some people come in and they want to be helped right away.
Yeah.
Some people come in and they're like, "Leave me alone for a while. I want to walk around." And everybody's different. So we get that, and we train our teams to just be friendly. And when someone needs help, be ready to help. And if they're not, then let them walk around and have fun.
I love the layout of the store at Ashley Home Store. Let's talk about that. I mean, I know if I go left into the back corner, you've got all the mattresses and bedrooms. I mean, talk about that philosophy, Ellen Hook.
Okay, so mattresses are a whole, almost another business for us. It's a big part of the store. We have 42 mattresses. Sometimes it feels like a car lot because we have so many selections. It's like, come and test drive all these mattresses. But our goal is to just be able to bring in our markets, in each store that we have, we try to make sure we can bring all the most popular, up-to-date trends and newest styles and technology that the mattress vendors bring. So Purple, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Simmons. We're bringing back the Serta Perfect Sleeper, if anybody's old enough to remember that. My grandpa was like number one in distribution for the Perfect Sleepers in the 70s.
Wow.
And that mattress is still just going hard.
That's
and
nice.
it's a good mattress. So, yeah, we're bringing those back. But, yeah, we just like to make sure everybody has a chance to try out all the new mattresses and get a good night's sleep, because I don't know about you guys, but that's a big thing for me. I don't function well if I don't get sleep.
You got to get some. Nobody functions well without good sleep. Ellen Hook, one of our faves. We really love having you on and rooting for you. I cannot believe you just said family owned and operated 151 years. That's
Right.
like what year was that? 1860 something?
It was 1872, so like before
Unbelievable.
cars,
Seven
before radio,
years
before
after Abraham Lincoln was assassinated.
Wow.
Ellen, that's half of the U.S. history. I mean, that's unbelievable. More than half the U.S. history. Unbelievable. And there they are. They're still doing excellent work. And Ellen carrying on the tradition. Ellen Hook, superstar, mother, wife,
exactly,
family,
superhero. And speaking of superheroes, the Mom Sundance tonight. So I'll see you at the High School of St. Thomas More after 6:30 with the boys.
I was stressing not having a costume. I said, well, wait a minute, I'm just going to go as myself, because I'm a mom.
You are a superhero.
Yeah, you are. That's awesome. We'll have fun tonight with the boys and keep it going. Ashley Home Store, Friends and Family Sale, 20% off. You get in there this weekend, and if you're lucky, you'll get to see Ellen and the kids. So it's all good.
That'd be fun. Can't wait.
Thank
you,
for being
everybody.
always a pleasure. Thank you, Ellen.
Thanks. Bye.
Talk soon.
All right, 702 Anthony Drive in Champaign, and you can also just search Ashley Home Store to find some of the deals and search around and decide what you want. It's delightful.
All righty. Time for news, weather, sports, all coming up last half hour. It's 8:30 in the Twin Cities of Champaign-Urbana.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. California Senate Democrat Dianne Feinstein passed away overnight. She was 90 years old, in the Senate since 1992. The United Auto Workers Union is expected to announce more strike targets today.
It's not just our time, it's about time.
Bob Killian works at a Ford plant on strike in Wayne, Michigan. 2 days now before a partial government shutdown if there's no deal on spending. Pennsylvania Republican Scott Perry.
The American people are sick of the status quo here in Washington, D.C., where a couple people in the House and the Senate make some huge deal, and you have to vote for all kinds of terrible things that bankrupt the country to keep the government open. We are done with that.
Minnesota Democrat Dean Phillips also on Fox.
It's a failure, by the way, of both Democratic and Republican House leadership over generations that have created the circumstance in which we find ourselves.
America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. House Speaker Emanuel Welch is pushing a bill that would allow his employees to unionize. Under the measure, legislative staffers within the state government will be allowed to collectively bargain through reps of their choosing. Proposal comes after a group of Welch's staffers clearing last year their intention to form a union in efforts to secure higher wages and better benefits. Federal jury is awarding a woman who claims she was sexually assaulted by a counselor incarcerated at a downstate prison more than $19 million. That woman filed a lawsuit against Logan Correctional Center in 2018. She claimed Richard McLeod began assaulting her in 2016 when she was assigned to a housing unit. Illinois Department of Natural Resources reminding the public that the use of drones for hunting not allowed in the state. Unlawful use of drones for hunting could result in enforcement action, including the seizure and forfeiture of unlawfully used equipment. The fall hunting season kicks off Sunday with the opening of archery, deer, and turkey seasons throughout the states. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana is Saturday, and some nice weather expected into the weekend and through at least mid next week with a hint or two of late summertime in the air. There'll be a couple of cold fronts later next week and a downward trend on temperature at that point. No significant moisture ahead the next 7 to 10 days. Some areas of fog, though, again around this morning. Some of that locally dense early on. A mostly sunny late morning and afternoon, though. The high around 77 and a light northeast to north wind. Just some patchy fog areas late night tonight. Otherwise, skies mostly clear and 55. For the day tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm, a little fog patch early in the day. High temperatures here and over at West Lafayette and Purdue up around 80 in the afternoon on a light east wind. Down into the 50s again tomorrow night. Sunny, warm at 83 on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, middle 80s with sunshine. Could be a stray shower here Wednesday at 82. Into the 70s and another shower chance for Thursday and a sprinkle on Friday. By late next week, high temperatures just in the upper 60s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Let Max Twin City Recycling pay you for your junk metal items. As the weather begins to heat up, now is a great time to put cash in your pocket for the steel, copper, brass, and aluminum items you've been meaning to get rid of. We've recently added a large concrete pad to make unloading quicker and cleaner for our customers. Visit us on North Lincoln Avenue, just north of I-74, or at maxrecycling.com.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Football fans, plan to party at Pia's before, after, and during games as you get on the watch parties with great prizes and giveaways during the fourth quarter on special game days. Get 5 bottles in the Coors Light bucket for $16.75 or enjoy the $8.95 pitcher special on Illini game days. It's $5 for Blue Moon drafts and Jack Daniels drinks. Murder your thirst with liquid death water and CBD products. Pia's is the place to party. 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA, SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Capture every mood with Merle Norman's Fall Moods Color Collection. Warm and cool romance, eye, and cheek palettes feature 4 velvety eyeshadows and 2 blushes for creating on-trend mauve and smoky wine looks. Plus, you'll receive a free travel-size mascara with your palette. Enhance lips with the new plush lip liners in Rosewood and Merlot. Both complement 4 plush lipstick limited editions exclusively covered in lip marks. Fall Moods Color Collection is available now while supplies last at Merle Norman, 706 West Market View Drive in Champaign.
Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Did you buy stuff from Merle Norman?
I was just going to say, they only have 2 of those gifts left now because I got the second to the last one.
Well, you went and spent some money on some great products.
I did. 2 products, and actually saw my friend Karen walk in and talked with Marilyn about how an express facial is only like 20 minutes, a half an hour. And especially this homecoming season, if you have a daughter who's not used to putting on makeup, Marilyn is so great.
Really good at it. Yeah.
And your skin. I mean, both Karen and Marilyn are saying, Diane, your skin looks really good.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm using this Merle Norman products and this exfoliating and these masks and things like that, you know, every couple of months or whatever. So it's fun. Merle Norman at 706 Market View Drive in Champaign.
Yeah, it is fun. Mm-hmm. I probably use that. I mean, not the makeup, but I mean, wrinkles.
You know,
wrinkles and crinkles. You get those.
And you know, someone who's really good at makeup, of course, with her pageant background, is your daughter Grace. I can't wait to see at the wedding her just glowing. And I am sure Janet's thinking through, you know, her makeup and hair and all that. Now that you're, you know, getting in the zone here.
We're in the zone.
Yeah,
I mean, we are fully
face on.
In the zone.
Yes.
And I'm trying to help, but yet stay out of the way, but yet help. Because Janet's just doing just so much. I mean, it's just, she's 24/7 on things that we're doing and the vision she has for how it's going to look and everything else. So yeah, no, we're in full wedding mode. Jacob Hurtubise, our future son-in-law, got a call last week. He was supposed to be home all fall. And Grace and Jacob had plans like all the time doing wedding bands,
fittings,
everything.
All that.
So he got a call and was invited to Arizona Fall League, which is a huge deal for prospects. And so he had a terrific year. He batted .390 in AAA, which is unbelievable. And he stole a lot of bases, scored a lot of runs, got on base a lot. And so he's invited. So he's in Arizona. So Grace was like happy, but yet sad.
Yes.
Because they had all this time to do all these things. And he was in town for 4 hours on Monday. and went to Michelle's and tried it on, and then went and bought 2 wedding bands, and then he had to go back.
Yeah.
So he flew to Arizona, and he's with all the prospects on Major League Baseball runs this. The Cincinnati Reds, and every Major League team sends about 6 players, and he's the only outfielder the Reds sent. And so it's exciting because he's definitely moving up, and we don't know exactly what he's in a Rule 5 year, which means if the Reds don't put him on the coveted 40-man roster, Jacob will be picked up by somebody else. His year was so good, the other Major League teams have their eye on him. I'm hoping the Reds protect him and that he can stay with Cincinnati because geographically, it's not the Dodgers. It's not, there's just a lot of different.
It'd be nice to be in the Midwest.
Oh, it'd be wonderful because it's, obviously with Grace and my daughter, he's going to be with her husband.
Right.
So anyway.
Have you thought about the daddy-daughter dance, Stevie? That's a tradition at these wedding receptions.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have one. I'm going to let Grace pick the music and all that.
Okay.
And looking forward to that 15-minute song.
The extended remix
We're going to loop it till there's murmurs. Well, how long does this last? I don't know. Aren't they going to eat the cake? When's the cake come out?
Holding Grace tightly.
Yeah. And then security, we need to... and then I'm working on the daddy speech.
Okay.
And I can't get through it at this point. And,
right.
And so I've got to figure out how to not do that.
Well, and Mike is more subtle and quiet, wind beneath my wings kind of guy, and he had my girl from the Temptations, and it was just such a great moment for him and Anna a few months ago. No, he didn't do any kind of
but my girl says it all.
That's right. And on daddy-daughter dance, and that first dance, everything is just such great moments. And with me DJing over 30 years and doing wedding receptions as part of my bread and butter on my side hustle weekend gig, all of these things were interesting for me to navigate, and the mother of the bride rolled too.
I can't believe you did that, but I can believe you turned on the music for your own wedding.
I mean,
I was there.
I just
you know what you want.
I did.
So you just
and so did Anna, and to execute that perfectly. To me, this was kind of like my shining, beaming, creme de la creme finale. And now I'm starting to phase out and only do a few weddings a year.
Well, you're good if people can get you. You're good.
Thank you.
I'm just wanting to make sure that the words I say, A, have tremendous meaning, B, are not too emotional where I can't finish, because I do cry, and then C, I don't want it to be dads talk too long. Dads go on too long. Dads don't have a plan. They just start talking. And you just can't go 15 minutes you just can't. Mm-hmm. So I'm very cognizant of all that. I joke with Gracie that it'll be 45 minutes, but no longer. And that helps her cringe a little.
I know.
But it's not going to be that. So I'm just working on it, and it's probably the most important talk I'll ever have.
Well, it meant a lot at our reception to have you say a few words and stuff ahead of that daddy-daughter dance, since you've known Anna
ever since
her being a baby.
Yeah, no, always a wonderfully cute little baby girl, and just sweetheart.
That's right.
With a kind heart and making me all these little cardinal trinkets through the years.
Uh-huh. And then Halloween, she'd give you the banana Laffy Taffy.
Apparently Seth likes that. Seth likes banana Laffy, so that's why I haven't had one in years. It is 8:42. One more sports look coming up. ESPN 93.5.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers, bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less.
Everybody needs insurance, and that's why I love Kyle Lewis at Insurance Providers Group. This is Jay Lehman, All-American linebacker. Kyle provides auto, life, health, and all kinds of commercial lines of insurance. They are my one-stop shop for all my insurance needs, and all my rental properties are insured by IPG. That's why you need to email Kyle at IPGINS.com. Kyle at IPGINS.com.
The Blossom Basket Florist has been in business since 1954. In the last 25 years, the Blossom Basket Florist has processed over 535,000 orders. That's 21,400 orders per year. With that type of volume, they know they have satisfied customers who just keep coming back. Find out why their customers love their designs and customer service. From simple to simply magnificent, they can design for any type of event. Visit them at 1002 North Cunningham in Urbana or online at blossombasket.com. All righty, 8:44. Now sports headlines.
Milwaukee beat St. Louis yesterday, and now they're facing Cincinnati with a 7:15 start. St. Louis to use Jake Woodford on the mound and Brandon Williamson for Cincinnati.
By the way, Jacob, my future son-in-law, has played with just about everybody on the starting Cincinnati Reds team. It's a young ball club, and they've all come up through the system. And so it's kind of weird to see all these guys that I watched play with Jacob in A and AA and AAA. So anyway, pretty cool. They're young. They're young, and Cincinnati's going to be good.
Now, this weekend at Busch Stadium, it's going to be fun with the Adam Wainwright.
That's
will he bat then?
They're talking, if it doesn't have meaning, I heard Derek Piper talking about it, if it doesn't have any meaning to the Reds because they're still technically in the wild card, then they probably have some fun. Let him swing if he wants to, have an at-bat. Otherwise, yeah, it just depends on Cincinnati's situation. They're about to be eliminated, but they're not yet. So if Miami and the Cubbies both lose all weekend and the Reds win, sweep the Cardinals, they could still get in. They're a game and a half back.
Okay.
It's kind of awkward and not enough time, but the Reds have had a heck of a year with David Bell, the former Cardinal bench coach, the manager at Cincinnati, and he's really turned that franchise around, so that's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, Baltimore's definitely in after they beat the Boston Red Sox yesterday. Atlanta beat the Cubs 5-3. So a half game back in Miami. Miami has this weird deal where they were rained out in the 9th inning.
Suspended and played Monday in New York City. Take Big Silver Bird to New York, unpack everything, go in there for 3 outs.
Wow.
Actually 4 outs because it's top of the 9th, 2 outs, 2 on for Jorge Soler for the Miami Marlins. And then bottom of the 9th, I mean, it's like a 15-minute thing, but it might be necessary to play it. I think they're hoping they don't have to do that. But in case, they'll have to play Monday, and then they play Tuesday. Because the wild card team's got to play right away.
So the Cubs have Milwaukee, and of course, we're hoping for a sweep of the Brewers. It's a 7:10 start. You'll hear the action over on US 105.9. Kyle Hendricks on the mound. So Illinois football in West Lafayette, 2:30 against Purdue. Your predictions are?
Hold on.
Just not sure.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Who will get the Cannon Trophy, Boilermakers or Illini? I'm feeling the Illini because we just have so much, I don't know. I just feel like we got the moxie. We're in there to win.
I just know that we lost 4 NFL players in my defensive backfield, so receivers look to be more open because they had new guys in there. It's very natural. It's expected. If we don't make any mistakes, I think we're better. I do think we're better than Purdue. I just don't know if we're going to win. I'm sure I guess the word is hopeful. I'm hopeful because I think if you win this one, it kind of lights the fire again for the fan base because then you're going, oh, on the road at Purdue? Okay. Kind of need it, I think, for the energy.
Yeah.
And I think we're better than Purdue. I do think that. I just don't know if you're going to win.
Illinois volleyball in action against Penn State at 8 o'clock in Huff Hall tonight, and then Saturday at 6 against Iowa. Lions over the Packers 34-20 yesterday. Bears in Denver. Who you got, Stevie?
I don't know. I mean, it's both really bad teams. And I mean, I'm hopeful that Justin Fields has a wonderful game.
Yes.
And I hope the Bears can win one. I think they can beat Denver. But again, they're betting, the odds makers are betting on Peyton Manning. I'm sorry. Sean Payton.
Okay.
Sean Payton.
Yeah.
And whatever's left of Russell Wilson. I don't know how good Russell is anymore.
I see.
Anyway, we'll see. I think Bears at home, and it's going to be a lot of people there and be exciting. If they play well, I think they can beat Denver. 8:48, let me get your weather next. Here's what somebody recently said at Pards in Urbana. I was there just a few minutes, and somebody came up and asked if I needed help. And they were incredible, helped me find the size of boot I needed, and then I bought a second pair too. Everything was friendly, everything was excellent. Visit Pards in Urbana, 206 North Maple, between Main and University in Urbana. It's Pards Western Shop since 1968. Or go online and visit pards.com, pards.com.
Did you know the Anita Purvis Nature Center is a home for live animals? Stop by the Nature Center. View the turtles, owls, snakes, and salamanders. These were orphaned or injured animals who wouldn't be able to survive in the wild, but they help educate the public at the Nature Center. Sponsor an educational animal for as little as $15 a month. And make sure that animal has good food, housing, and medical care. For details, visit urbanaparks.org. The Champaign Park District has some terrific fall events to jot down on your day planner. Flannel Fest will be in downtown Champaign in Westside Park from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. October 14th and 15th with music, a mustache contest, and lumberjack show. The Great Pumpkin Hunt has you looking for small painted rocks in area parks throughout the month of October. On Wednesday, October 25th at Marketplace Mall between 5 and 7 p.m., enjoy the free Halloween Fun Fest. Learn more at champaignparks.com.
Coach House Garages is celebrating their 50th anniversary. And now through December, when you purchase a garage, you can enter to win 5% off. Just visit CoachHouseGarages.com. That's CoachHouseGarages.com or call Chuck Ruth.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign and Panhandle Saturday, and some nice weather expected into the weekend and through at least mid next week with a hint or two of late summertime in the air. There'll be a couple of cold fronts later next week and a downward trend on temperature at that point. No significant moisture ahead the next 7 to 10 days. Some areas of fog, though, again around this morning. Some of that locally dense early on. A mostly sunny late morning and afternoon, though. The high around 77 and a light northeast to north wind. Just some patchy fog areas late night tonight. Otherwise, mostly clear in 55. For the day tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm, a little fog patch early in the day. High temperatures here and over at West Lafayette at Purdue up around 80 in the afternoon on a light east wind. Down into the 50s again tomorrow night. Sunny, warm at 83 on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, middle 80s with sunshine. Could be a stray shower here Wednesday at 82. Into the 70s and another shower chance for Thursday and a sprinkle on Friday. By late next week, high temperatures just in the upper 60s. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Ultras, Greg Soldier.
Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola sells Tempur-Pedic beds. What's it like?
I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie, that thing is the best thing I've ever slept on in my life. My wife and I both have said we've never had better night's sleep. And the people at Kelsey's were fantastic. Brian is the guy that helped us. You know, as much as I did my research, he had a world of knowledge about beds themselves. Oh, man, it's like sleeping on a cloud, man.
Kelsey Furniture, downtown Tuscola.
If you're in the market for a new car battery, you could go to one of those big box stores, except there's no guarantee you'll be served by an actual car expert.
Clean up in aisle 3.
You could pick a battery off the shelf, except it might be close to expiring. Or you could just come into Interstate. Don't make a big box store blunder. With competitive prices and a more personal, reliable approach, Interstate Batteries is the clear-cut choice if you want to guarantee yourself a new and trustworthy car battery. They're open and ready to serve you at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign.
See the showroom top designer shop. Flooring Surface is your first stop. Amazing selection, price, and style on hardwoods, laminates, carpet, and tile. Low prices on high fashion. Step up the flooring that gets a wow reaction. See the showroom top designer shop. Flooring Surface is your first stop. Flooring Surface is your first stop.
Flooring Surfaces now offers beautiful window fashions. Our interior design team will custom fit shade, shutters, and blinds to any size opening. Visit the showroom to see the latest fashions from Graber and Hunter Douglas, or request an in-home consultation. Whether it's floors or windows, Flooring Surfaces has you covered. See us today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
See the showroom top designer shop. Flooring Surface is your first stop. Flooring Surface is your first stop.
Alrighty, so the boys are on this afternoon. Long Tail Beyond with Derek Piper with Kyle Tosca. It'll be this afternoon, 3 to 5, 3 o'clock hour, replayed in the 5 o'clock hour. I find myself running around and really enjoying the 5 o'clock hour because I missed the 3 o'clock hour.
Yes.
So it's all awesome. Don't forget, Monday, Jay Lehman's back on at 3 o'clock, and Luke Altmaier, the quarterback, is on every Mondays with us at 4:05, and he's just by him talking, he's a good kid. That kid, you root for that guy.
Absolutely.
And if we can protect him, I think he's good. But you got to have a little protection. Give him some time against Purdue tomorrow, and I think Purdue will blitz the heck out of him because Ryan Walters is pretty aggressive, and I've seen Purdue try and blitz, and they can bring it. So we'll see, but we're ready for that. Our guys know them just as well as they know us. So.
And a big thanks to our sponsors, Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, First Federal Savings Bank, Crossroads Contractor Supply, Brian Hansen at State Farm, and Carpenter's Local 243. So they're all in on that on Monday when we chat with our Illini athletes about how the games went.
Nobody has said anything this week, but I'm willing to tell you with pretty much assurance that Brett Bielema doesn't want to lose to Ryan Walters.
I agree.
It's a human thing. That's a guy that you hired, that you brought in. Yeah, they had a fabulous defense, got him a great job, and you're happy for that. You know, hey, good for you. That's awesome. But the Big Ten, dang, maybe he goes somewhere else. But it's our backyard for a long time, right? Anyway, we're going to try and beat him, and it'll be really cool if we do because I think it'll really reinvigorate Illini Nation and get us ready for a Friday night game with Nebraska next Friday night. All right, we'll return, God willing, on Monday between 7 and 9. Diane, thanks for all your work. Have a busy and great weekend.
Yes, enjoy your
always
weekend.
do. Thank you.
I love it.
That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie Jay. I'll meet you back on the radio Monday morning with Diane at 7 a.m. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed weekend.
When Ross went out, I always told him to be careful, and that was the last time I got to see him.
Because someone didn't slow down and move over. Ross had on a bright orange shirt with reflective stripes the night he was killed.
He always had that smile. He just lit up the room when he came in.
Slow down and move over when you see flashing lights. Everybody is somebody.
When you see lights flashing, use caution passing. Let's all go home safe tonight.
Build strength and endurance in a high-energy, fun fitness class with the Urbana Park District. Work It Circuit runs Tuesdays and Thursdays at the Phillips Recreation Center. Classes are between 5 and 5:50, October 24th through December 14th. Each session takes you through a full-body workout with a mix of resistance training and high-energy aerobics. No experience is necessary, and people of all abilities are welcome. Instructors can modify the class to meet your needs. For details, visit urbanaparks.org.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
The Blossom Basket Florist has been in business since 1954. In the last 25 years, the Blossom Basket Florist has processed over 535,000 orders. That's 21,400 orders per year. With that type of volume, they know they have satisfied customers who just keep coming back. Find out why their customers love their designs and customer service. From simple to simply magnificent, they can design for any type of event. Visit them at 1002 North Cunningham in Urbana or online at blossombasket.com.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. Take a look around your home. Is it finally ready for some much-needed updates? If you don't know where to start, then just meet with one of our experts. We'll help you find the perfect waterproof plank floor for your kitchen or that stain-resistant, super soft carpet for your bedroom. Finish your room update with a custom sofa and chairs, or choose a trendy in-stock dining set that's priced right. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Short-term market fluctuations can be unnerving for everyone. A proven way to tune out the noise and focus on long-term investment goals is to adhere to a well-constructed investment plan. This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. If you don't have a plan, we can help create one designed specifically for you. Call us today for a complimentary consultation at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA, SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Welcome to Sarah Champagne, home of their award-winning Honda dealership, a double recipient of the prestigious Honda President's Award. With a legacy of excellence, they offer you the finest selection of Honda vehicles backed by unparalleled customer service. As a two-time winner, they're committed to exceeding your expectations. Visit them today at Route 45 at Burwalk or Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, Champagne.com. Sarah Champagne, home of Honda, BMW, Subaru, Buick, and GMC. That's sarahchampagne.com. Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola sells Tempur-Pedic beds. What's it like?
I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie, that thing is the best thing I've ever slept on in my life. My wife and I both have said we've never had better night's sleep. And the people at Kelsey's were fantastic. Brian is the guy that helped us. You know, as much as I did my research, he had a world of knowledge about beds themselves. Oh, man, it's like sleeping on a cloud, man.
Kelsey Furniture, downtown Tuscola. Hey, it's Stevie Jay. We have a Stever offer for you today, and I hope you'll take advantage of an opportunity to take my money in our Stever program and go to Pard's Western Shop and shop. Pard's is in Urbana, 306 North Maple. It's between Main and University, and it's been around there for 1968. So you're looking for boots. There's no other place in the world you can get as good a quality boots as Pard's in Urbana. You got women's wear, men's wear, you got kids, you got hats, saddles. What are you looking for? Pard's is wonderfully, incredibly appointed with people that help you with finding what you want. You want to support local, support Mark and Angie and the wonderful people at Pard's. They're terrific. So I'm giving out $50. Would you like it? $50 bills. I'm throwing them out the window to you. Go to Pard's in Urbana. You have 7 days to use this, and then you have to fill out your survey. Pard's is our Go Stever offer. Go to GoStever.com, GoStever.com. You're listening to WSJK, ESPN 93.5, Tuscola, Champaign, Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.